Welcome to Shabab Talk, episode 5. Maybe we can try and justify the past couple of months that's been going on.
Right.
Shahri Khamsa, we had our kind of like a recap. We had our Ramadan tour. Shahri Sitta, unfortunately, we were all
Very
in
busy,
awe
yeah.
of what was happening in Sudan.
Yeah.
Shahri Sabra was a whole nother very busy
What
time.
happened, Shahri Sabah?
I feel like we wanted to do something, but we just got really sidetracked. And
Yeah.
we just did the end of the month.
Yeah.
So it just, things went out of plan.
We finally got the chance to.
Yes, and we have a double Shabab Talk event this month.
Yep. In what, 2 weeks?
Exhibition.
2 weeks period. We're having the exhibition on the 18th.
Nice.
And tickets are on the Facebook page. You can find it on Shabab Talk series on Facebook.
And on Eventbrite as well.
Yeah.
Called A Walk Down Memory Lane. Trip Down Memory Lane.
Trip down the
Sudanese exhibition on August 18th from 4 to 9 p.m. It's going to be art, spoken word, music, photography, food, good times, good conversations. What else? It's really awkward. What should we talk about?
Well,
We're not doing this like an actual episode, right? Like we're not.
yeah, this is just conversations.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it took تذكروا at some point, I think it was الحلقة before الفاتت, so episode 3, I think we mentioned إنه دايرين نعمل workshops, you know, to help refugees or like people جايين جداد, newcomers, yeah, not necessarily refugees, but newcomers that are like, you know, they need help with settling in and all that. And I remember a lot of الناس اللي كانوا قاعدين قالوا they're interested in helping because we all know يعني we know different things يعني ممكن whether it's housing or like دراسة or whatever. So that inshallah we want to start get that in effect, you know. Yeah.
Say hi first of all, Marwan.
Marwan.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Hi, welcome back to Shabab Talk. The new season.
Going on? Okay.
المشاهدة إن شاء الله الناس تكون كمية مرة جاية.
What are my visions for Shabab Talk? Going forward, I'd love to see this to be a platform where Shabab from all over come together and just are able to express themselves in a way that they've never been able to before. A place that's safe and a place that is conducive to everyone and is open to everyone, and whatever your visions are, whatever your goals are, your dreams, this is a place that you can come share that, and then we can come together as a community and just, you know, put those visions into action and be great representatives for our own community and for our youth that are coming up after us. And to kind of, I don't know, show our parents that, hey, you know, you guys didn't come here and waste all your efforts on us, to show that we really are doing something and that we're trying to be the best versions of ourselves. And yeah.
Wow, you said everything. My vision for Shabab Talk is, wallahi, it started off with bringing as many Sudanese youth to get together and feel safe and comfortable in a space that will allow them to share their thoughts and, you know, perspectives and all that. And just to follow up to what Sada said earlier, because she said everything. That is right. She got it on point. That's what we were trying to do, you know, make sure that first of all, our parents didn't do all this, you know, immigrating for no reason. It's worth it. We are doing good, alhamdulillah, and we're making you guys proud, inshallah.
We made it, Mom. Mama, I made it.
Mama, we made it. So, well, you knew about it before me, right?
So basically one day...
Shout out to Mahidin for all this, you know?
One day, Mahidin and I were just kind of talking about where we wanted to take the youth in Hamilton and like where we want to kind of go forward. And when he's like, why don't we just start a Shabab Talk? And I'm like, Shabab Talk? He's like, yeah, why don't we just bring all the Shabab together and we just talk about whatever we want to talk about. And we're like, okay, let's do it. And then so the next day we're like, okay, who's gonna help us with this? And we both were like, Aseel. And we're like, okay, Aseel, I remember, I think he talked to you at one of the protests.
He spoke to me in the protest that happened.
And I think I called you that day too.
Yeah.
The same thing. You're like, yeah, he just talked to me about it. Yeah. And so the first Shabab Talk that we did was on the Sudanese revolution. Because
It was around the same
yeah, that
time,
was
yeah.
it was in the first week of January, and that was like it was the the uprising was kind of still in its infancy, and so that's what we talked about. It was nice. It was like a small less like 15 people, 13 people.
Yeah.
And then
The second one was more.
the second one picked up, more faces came. The third one I think was our best one. That was like the biggest amount of people that came.
Third time is always the
Yeah.
charm.
Or was it the second one that was?
I think it was the third one. That's where like people from Toronto came. No?
Yeah, the third one. Yeah, and then the fourth one was good too. I feel like every month they just get better and nicer, and more different people show up from different places.
My name is مروان قرار. عايش في هاملتون لي زي 3 سنين، وسعيد جدا جدا بأني أكون هنا في منصة الشباب توك. كانت أول لما عن طريق أسيل، كان في عملوا مناسبة في ميك ماستر، بعد كده بقوا يروجوا لشباب توك كده، فمنها هو سمعت بشباب توك من هناك يعني. اوبن مايك نايت، فكان سمعت هناك بانه يا هو في منصة بتاعت اسمها شباب توك، حتلم الشباب كلهم، فكنت يعني مشجع لها جدا جدا بانه امشي واكون مشارك فوق دي يعني. بتمنى اشوف بانه مشاكل تتناقش بشكل اكبر، ويفتحوا مواضيع في مشاكل بتاثر على المجتمع السوداني او المجتمع البلاك كوميونتي في كندا هنا، وبانه يكونوا تعتبر منصه يتعرفوا فيها الشباب كلهم في GTA ويكسروا الحواجز بيناتهم، لانه فعلا انا من الحياه اللي عجبتني فيها بانه شنو كسرت الحواجز بين الشباب يعني. فاتمنى بانها تستمر في المنوال ده ويخلي الشباب اكثر يشاركوا فيه، يناقشوا قضاياهم ومشاكلهم في الحته دي. اكثر حاجه بحبها بانها يعني عرفت الناس ببعض اكثر، خلتهم يتناقشوا ويطلعوا بوجهات نظر مختلفه، قبل ما يعني كانوا بيجوا بوجهة نظر وبيطلعوا بوجهة نظر ثانية مختلفة بعد ما يتناقشوا في القضايا، وبأن يعني في النهاية هم مجهود بتاع الشباب عاوزين يشوفوا تغيير في المجتمع بتاعهم سواء قريب أو بعيد يعني. ده أكتر حاجة عجبتني فيها.
ما شاء الله you been to all of them. الخير والله you're a real
أكتر واحدة كانت رقم 3 أظن هاي. رقم 3 أكتر حلقة كانت، لأنها كان فعلا لما كمية من الشباب، وكان في نقاش أكبر، وفعلا يعني الناس طلعوا بوجهة نظر بأنه يا أخي المستقبل حق شباب توك حيكون شنو يعني شكله كيف يعني، بأنه يمكن تتحول لمنظمة، يمكن تساعد المجتمع سواء المحلي هنا أو المجتمع في السودان هناك. فكانت حلقة يعني مفيدة جدا جدا حقيقي. انه اقتراحي بانه يخلوا الجمهور يشارك برضه في الاسئله او النقاشات اللي حيكونوا يعملوها في المستقبل يعني.
في الكومنت سكشن. في الكومنت سكشن.
في الكومنت سكشن او يفتحوا يعني يعملوا يوزعوا اوراق كفيدباك عن البلاتفورم، ورؤيتكم شنو للبلاتفورم دي للمستقبل، يعني يشاركوا، يخلوا الناس الجايين يشاركوا اكثر في صناعه البرنامج، التطوير بتاع البرنامج. ده الحاجه بتمناها يعني. لانه اي زول يجي البرنامج يحس بانه البرنامج ده بيعكس جزء من مشروعه هو من شخصيته او من الرؤيه حقته. فده اتمنى حاجه يعني توصل للإدارة بتاعت البرنامج.
مصعب عمر، 3 سنين في هاملتون، ستودنت طالب. أعرف الحمد لله لميت كمية من الشباب هنا. 3 سنين كانت very well fantastic. لو دارين أي حاجة تعالوا شباب توك أوريكم كيف ال3 سنين كانت. عن طريق فريند، يعني كان جاء الحلقة الأولى اللي أنا كنت أوريدي في إجازة برا، فجاء قال لي نمشي الحلقة الثانية. كنت موجود في الحلقة الثانية والثالثة والرابعة حاليا، فموجود دائما. episode 3 كانت حلقة كان فيها كمية من الشباب جو من تورونتو، نياجرا، سان كاترين، غيرهم كانوا موجودين في هاملتون. كانت برنامج جميل جدا. كان حتى فيها كثير من النقاشات من السودان على الثورة كيف تكونت إلى جات وسط كندا، الأشياء فاقدينها عن الناس النيو كامرز والأشياء صح نفيدة بينهم. I see more people coming in, Sudanese, different background. بس نتكلم في نقاشات turning on the مواضيع ساخنة كده شوية، تكون نطلع منها بإيجابيات، نحاول نشوف سلبيات، نحاول نغيرها، نطرح الحاجات دي إن شاء الله على ورق تكون بينة ونتكلم فيها. أتمنى الشيء ده يكون موجود، والشيء ده ما بيحصل إلا الناس تجي، يعني أعداد تجي. فشباب كمان يعني.
To provide context, this is our superb videographer slash creative consultant slash poster designer slash so many things slash Samir. Please, the floor is yours. Slash friend, community member, and community activist, and yes, please bless us with your wisdom.
Samir Mustafa, from Hamilton, originally from Mississauga, but moved here a little while back.
What made you want to join Shabab Talk in the first place? Because we never even knew that you were coming in, and that was an awesome surprise. That day you came in with your camera, and we were like, "Oh, what's this?"
Like, we got a videographer already.
How did it all start when you heard about Shabab Talk on that day that you came in with your camera? And you're like, "I'm gonna do this."
So I think I spoke to Aseel. I think I spoke to both of you guys, right?
The first day?
No, before that.
The day you came with the camera, I knew who you were, but I'm like, snap.
During the protest.
Oh yeah, we spoke.
Okay.
He told me about
Yeah.
you. He said someone can help you with videos.
Nice.
And then I spoke to him. That's true. Okay.
That's pretty much it.
No, okay, yeah.
But
But
Sarah here didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know. I just remember, I know you, like I've met you before, like in the community stuff, so I knew of you and stuff, and then when you came in with the camera setup, I'm like, okay. So I'm like, what made you, and I remember you came in.
Our families know each other.
Yes, our families more so know each other. So I remember when you came in, I'm like, all right, so he's real about this, like he really wants to join Shabab Talk at a more like, higher level. So what was it that intrigued you with the organization, or like the vision?
Honestly, it was just seeing so many Shabab, Sudanese Shabab getting together and just willing to just put away time out of their day to meet up and organize and get something going. Control the narrative.
Control the narrative. Yes.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too. Which one did you enjoy filming the most?
Honestly, I don't want to be biased towards any of them, so I'll say I enjoyed all of them, but if I would have to favor one, it would be, I think, episode 3. I think just as much as everybody
The
drama and just everybody,
It got heated.
the energy.
Yeah.
The energy was amazing, the talking points that we were talking about, everything that was just, it came together so naturally. It was beautiful.
Okay. Let me put you on the spot here.
I better look good on camera.
You look good. Listen.
Imagine was you
Got dreadlocks, mini
I'm kidding,
dreadlocks.
I'm saying imagine.
everywhere.
So, which episode did you feel like you really wanted to say something, but you controlled yourself because you didn't want to be on camera?
Which I still don't understand why, but
Because I see that a lot.
Was it episode 2?
I don't
it was
know.
episode-
That was the
Which
one
one
that
do
you
you feel?
decided that you weren't gonna talk.
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Yeah.
No, episode 1.
No, episode 1 you talked a lot.
Episode 1, I spoke.
You
but
even,
then
like,
You even
after
went on
that-
camera.
Yeah, you flipped the camera around to your face. Yeah,
And I
yeah.
felt like, even though it was okay, like it was cool
Yeah.
and all, but like I felt like it was too much.
No.
Of course, like everybody's self-conscious in their own way.
Yeah.
So I just felt like it was a bit too much, and I felt like just speaking from behind the camera, and just it wasn't.
Well, someone had to see your face when we was talking.
It's true. So now they will.
You guys get to see my face.
No, now the world is.
Honestly, I want to see an international movement of Shabab Talk. I'm talking like an actual, can I say syndicated movement? Like syndicated movement for the show. Like maybe we get like teams all over the world
Right.
of Sudanese Shabab, and we make it like an organization where you could just reach out and help out in any kind of way.
I just want to lastly thank you so very
Yes.
much
Thank you.
for all that you do for us. We really appreciate
Well,
it.
it's my pleasure.
Drop your
Yes.
Instagram page
Yes.
and all that. Let people know what you do
Very
for
talented,
a
very,
living.
very
You're a
talented.
very talented person. Like,
Videos,
they
our
need to see
posters, all of our creative
everything.
engagement.
That's this
Simon.
guy right here.
Really, thank you.
So I have 3 pages, one of which is like my first page is called at Mushkila by Design. I run a company called Mushkila by Design, a graphic design company. You guys can find me on IG. I do a lot of like vector art and like all kinds of just
It will be
artistic
written down.
Yeah,
So-
it'll be written at the bottom of there.
Yeah.
I have a photography one which is called soulpics.photography, and it's pretty much self-explanatory as well. Photography. And I have the SoulFab Media. Is that a lot?
No.
SoulFab Media Solutions, which is pretty much a platform to help Sudanese kids back home to monetize their page, monetize their YouTube page, and maybe get revenue from platforms, first world platforms.
That's very cool.
What do bloggers say? Like, subscribe, comment
Yeah,
on my
like,
comment
subscribe,
on my video, subscribe to my channel,
Yeah,
like
follow
this
us.
video.
And follow us, at Shabab Talk.
Yes,
series.
Shabab Talk series on Facebook, Instagram,
Facebook,
Twitter.
Instagram.
What else do we have?
That's all we have.
That's all we have.
I'm gonna get started to how Sudan got to where it is.
Oh, jeez.
Okay?
Okay.
Actually, I'm not gonna start with that because it's a very long timeline. I'm gonna just go ahead and say I'm the best ass at Shabab Talk.
Yes!
Shabab Talk is amazing, man. You guys have to understand my passion for wanting to join Shabab Talk and the fact that there were people around me that were encouraging me to do it. Like, they had hope and they had faith in no, I can bring something to Shabab Talk. Do you know how beautiful that is? I'm about to tear up, but tears are not there. Anyways, I'm a media and comm student, so all this means a lot to me. You guys liking and subscribing and retweeting and sharing is very important to me. It gives me, it helps me. It just helps me a lot. That's how I want to make the money in the future, you know?
Money.
Money. It's all about the money. So yeah, and I see a very bright future for Shabab Talk.
Communications.
Yeah.
What made you get into it?
What made me get okay?
Into
Do
media
you want me to give the story?
Yes.
Wait, don't start with 3rd grade though. Start with
No.
in grade 3.
No.
Teacher.
Okay. So, Anna, nobody in my household or even close cousins or relatives or whatever does or studied media and communications, right? I do have an aunt. She's a news broadcaster, but I don't think she studied that. I think
I was
she's
gonna say it's very specific.
very specific.
Yeah. It's not like something that you just randomly get into, you know?
Well, when I was doing college in Qatar, in Qatar. For those that
Qatar.
don't know, it's by Dubai. You know, I don't know where it is.
Just as rich.
Just as rich, or even richer. So, I initially wanted to study international relations because I am very fascinated, you know, politics and, you know, wanting to be an activist and this and that, which I still do on the side, but I wanted it to be like a main focus. I did a cross-registration course with Georgetown, and when I started taking the class, I found it very boring because it had to do with so many things that I did not want to study. And at the same time, when I was in college, I was taking a class called communications, right? And when I finished, and we were like, you know, starting the applications for university and whatnot, my reference, like the prof that wrote my references was the communications prof, right? And she didn't tell me till the end that she said that I am the best student she had in her class and that she sees me being on TV, like that's what I should do. And funny enough, my parents thought the same thing because my mom is an engineer. She does not think I can talk to machines. I talk to people. She's like, you need to be on camera. So that's what made me want to study it, and I really just admire, like I'm a very social person and I like taking pictures. I like being in front of the camera, I like being behind the camera, I like to, you know, make people feel happy, you know, smile and look cute and look good. Like that's the point of being on camera. So yeah, that's why I took this. I studied this very specific major. And it's a very interesting field in the future for whoever wants to study media and communications. It's a very interesting field and a very broad one too. Like you can mix it with politics if you want. You can mix it with God knows what. You want to do sports and media and communications, you can do it. Anything. You want to be a doctor, you're still learning something out of it, you know?
Dr. Oz.
Huh?
You could be like Dr. Oz.
Yeah.
You know? Or Oprah. What does Oprah do? She does a lot. But
She's a network.
That's it. That's why I studied media and communications. Yeah.
Thank you for giving us insight into your educational world or educational life.
Yep. What else? Halas. What is your favorite episode of Shabab?
Because I'm close to the camera.
Okay.
I can't like.
Honestly, I'd say the first one. Why? Because I like the whole idea of getting everyone up on the mic to talk. That was like, for a lot of people, it's out of their comfort zone. Like you're going out of your comfort zone to speak up and introduce yourself. Not everybody does that. Not everybody is good with public speaking, right? So I found that very interesting. And then, what else? Damn, it's been a minute. I don't even remember. Well, yeah, we focused on the revolution and whatnot, but I was so happy to have people show up and, you know, interested in knowing what Shabab Talk is, and like just hosting it with Sada and everything. It was a very cool vibe, and then each other episode still means a lot to me because it was different in its own way. So
Different milestone.
Exactly, that too. Like first we started off with a very little number and then it went up, and
Wait, we didn't start off with a low number.
in comparison to like episode 2 and episode 3. Yeah. It was very small in comparison. And what else?
I think it was very immature. Maybe not small,
Right.
but like it was still, we're trying to figure out the nuances of how we're gonna work
Yeah.
things. Like this is true, like episode 2 is about the same amount of people, but like that one was just like immature. It was like
Right.
you know.
It felt cute and
Yeah.
cozy, like, you know, everybody gets to know everybody and stuff, but it expanded, alhamdulillah. And what else? I can say that episode 3, I know we all agreed on episode 3. Episode 3 got us awareness. Like people now got to know Shabab Talk and they
You're
knew what we're about.
You're so right.
Because I had a lot of people in St. Catharines tell me, oh, it's Shabab Talk, blah, blah, blah. So that, to me, was an achievement. That was great.
Just having people come up to you.
Yo, I'm like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
That's me.
What about it?
Like, you have something to say? But yeah, that was great. A lot of people worldwide saw it too, and I have to thank our khatus and ammus and parents, you know, because they were just like, oh, bitifi, kida, or like, you know, I know that girl, she's on Facebook and she's on a video, so go watch. So yeah, y'all are, you know, the MVPs.
The MVPs.
Out.
Where can we follow you at?
Oh, my Instagram page. Okay. Well, Shabab Talk, we have. Wait, you meant me or Shabab Talk? Because I'm a famous person
personally.
too. You know, if you want, like, you can find me on Twitter at.
It'll be at the bottom of the screen.
You need to wait a second because I keep forgetting my @. At Aseel _107. Don't ask me why I chose that number. I have no clue. Okay. My Instagram is at AEYBM3. Okay. If anybody lived in the Gulf would understand what ABM means. Aseel bin Muhammad. Okay. Got it. I had to say that.
Okay, my name is Shabab Suleiman Abdelhamid Babikir Alizerig. In short, Sarah Alizerig, as most people know me as. I'm from Hamilton. What else?
Where'd you study, girl?
Oh, okay. I did my undergraduate degree at McMaster University. I studied political sciences and health studies. I did my focus on international relations and global public policy. Super passionate about kind of public policy and international development. Had the privilege of working for an international charity where I was able to kind of see how projects works internationally, stuff like that. So alhamdulillah, it's been really cool. Then I did my graduate degree at the University of Guelph, and I am done school forever and ever and ever, alhamdulillah. But yeah, so I'm really passionate about policy and advocacy, and I guess using Shabab Talk as a platform to kind of bring people out and kind of share our experiences as Black Sudanese youth is fun to me, because that's something that I kind of struggled with growing up, is my identity crisis. What am I?
We all struggle with it.
We all struggle with it, yeah, so I'm not alone, right? No, it's something I definitely struggled with, is that identity, like, who am I, what culture do I belong to? I'm that anomaly of that Sudanese girl that was born in Sudan, born in Canada, sorry, but grew up in Canada my entire life, but is also very close to my home roots. So I was always looked at funny. I was always looked at like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like, how is
what
that?
Are you?
Yeah, like, what are you? I'm like, I'm made in Canada, but like a product of Sudan. So, so that's always been a struggle for me. I'm not gonna lie. So I guess getting to meet different cities, people from different cities, and coming together just kind of has been really, really, really fun. It's been a privilege to get to know so many different people, and for people to kind of be excited for Shabab Talk, that actually excites me so much. Like the fact that I'm getting messages from Marwan saying, hey, when's the next Shabab Talk? Like, what are you guys doing? When is it? That actually like makes me so happy inside. So, yeah. What is?
Good.
My vision for Shabab Talk would be for it to be like a no-brainer for people. Like, people just know it's the first Saturday or the first Sunday of the month, it's Shabab Talk time. Like,
recognition.
People, they're just conditioned, exactly.
Yeah.
They're conditioned, and if they can't make it, they know they're waiting for the video to come out. They're active with us on social media. Just a platform where every...
Recognition is a
Yes.
big platform.
Yes,
Sorry, Sierra.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I like feed me information. No, it's just a way for just Sudanese youth across all of Ontario, possibly all of Canada, and then around the world, to feel like they have a place where they can come and share their experiences, share their stories, and feel safe. I think one of the biggest things that as Sudanese youth, I remember you'd ask your friends, oh, are you going to this event? Be like, no, Sudanese people, they always judge, they always talk, they always do this. And just to kind of break that stereotype, break those barriers, to have a space where not only are we engaging in dialogue, but being proactive and actually developing programs and services and workshops and events where people are actually encouraged to come out, and more so than just dialogues every month. We can have different sort of programs that people can be engaged with. For those who maybe don't like to come out and talk, that's cool. Maybe we can have different events or services that can cater to your needs or cater to whatever you want. But regardless, is making ourselves as Sudanese young professionals,
Solidifying our position.
solidifying our position. I like that. That should be our new slogan. Yes. We are so talented. We are really talented. We're really great. Shabab. We really are. But it's just a matter of getting our foot in the door and establishing that platform and establishing that that group of people that are connected and that are committed.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's my vision. What next?
Can you say that again? Yeah, that's my vision.
Yeah, that's my vision.
Where can we follow you?
You can follow me on all across the Shabab Talk platforms, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I'll be harassing you. Posts. That's, you know. Oh, like and comment and subscribe on our channel. And comment if you like us and like or dislike.
No
but
dislikes.
Yeah, I'm kind of a hobbit on social media. I'm not too active, I guess. But yeah, I don't have Twitter. I think I'm the only person that doesn't have
She's
Twitter.
active on
I don't have
Shabab
Twitter.
Talk.
Yeah, on Shabab Talk.
Like, you see she talks.
I do talk. A little bit of social anxiety, but I talk. Once you get me started, I
It
talk.
doesn't show. You
And I
just give
don't
a
talk.
tip to the people.
Yeah,
They
it
don't
doesn't
know
show.
that you're anxious right now.
I'm not anxious.
Like,
I don't do
what?
anxious. Yeah,
I'm not anxious. Who said anything about
I
it?
know. What?
Like, what is anxious? What is anxiety?
I'm the Hulk. Yes, that's me.
And we wrap it up.
يا اخي ابتسم يا فردة ابتسم ابتسم ما رجع
قبل ما نمشي. Oh god. Yo, I need to start my YouTube channel.
شمر dance for us شمر dance
Have a Shabab Talk. I have social anxiety before Shabab Talk.
She had one today.
seriously
I actually have.
Before we get to...
That's a good laugh.
Are you done laughing though? No, she's not. Oh my god, you guys.